Dad, can we get cable TV? Scotty next door's got it, and it's got like 20 channels. What the hell's cable TV? What's wrong with our TV? We get all the channels. 3, 6, 7. We even get that new channel, 42, on UHF. Go do your homework. You watch too much TV anyway. And that's how Scotty became my best friend that summer in 1981. 1981, wow. It's a long time ago. A lot has changed since 1981. Video, internet, wow. I don't know that video killed the radio star, but it certainly changed the dynamic. And we use videos today for everything. And I have a lot of customers that pay me to help create videos. Either I create them for them or I help them create them. And I know a lot of people talk about creating their own videos, but they're intimidated or they're reluctant to go out and do their own videos. It's really not that complicated. And it's really something I think everybody should be doing. Anybody that's trying to create a product or create a sales video or create any kind of video that supports their product, any kind of content that's got to be video related, you really just need to go and create that content. And I know a lot of people struggle with it. So that's why I've made this podcast, Step-by-Step Video Creation, to help walk you through how I would do it if I was starting from scratch. Step-by-step video creation. Let's go through what I would do if I was going to create a video from scratch. So if I was starting with nothing, maybe I already have a concept. Let's say that I've already got a concept, an idea. I've researched it. I think there's a market for it. I think there's some interesting folks, or there's folks that would be interested in this product. I've done my research. I kind of have an idea of what I want to create, but it's all up in my head. I haven't written it down. I haven't figured it all out. And I'm just to the point where I'm about to sit down in front of a Word document or a PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to start typing everything up. Well, first thing I would do is, other than writing down 6 to 8 high-level points of what it is you want to talk about, I would not sit down and try to write it all out unless you're a writer and you love to write and you've written and you can write as fast as you can think. That's not me. My process would be that my brain would be firing off so fast, I wouldn't get any percentage of that information down on paper before I had forgotten it and moved on. So personally, what I would do is I would go into Adobe Audition, and you can get Adobe Audition part of the Adobe Creative Cloud product. And I think you can get it for like $20 a month or $40 a month or something. I would go into Adobe Audition and I would just start recording a file and I would just start talking. Now you can record that in Audition. You could record that in GarageBand. You could record that on your phone. You could record that in any number of dictation software. I would use Adobe Audition because that's what I'm used to using. I can also use Audacity, but I would start with Adobe Audition. And I would sit down and I would record me just talking about my 6 to 8 high-level points. I would basically go through and describe what it is I wanted to talk about, what it is that I found valuable, what I found challenging, what I found inspirational, what I found scary, whatever the concept is for those 6 or 8 areas, I would flesh them out right there on an audio, just talking. It doesn't matter if I stumble, doesn't matter if I start and stop, doesn't matter if the dog's barking. This isn't a professional audio. This isn't something that we're going to use in our product. This is just a tool for getting the ideas out and getting them out very, very quickly. Once I was done going through all of that content, I would look at the length of the audio and see if I thought I had enough content for a full-blown product. If that audio was only 20 or 30 minutes long, then you probably need to go think of some additional things to add to that program to expand it, to expand upon those topics or add some additional topics. If you don't think you fleshed everything out, you think you'll figure some more out, you're going to go back and do some more research, then I would at this time go do that and then come back and either re-record or continue your recording and see how much content you can actually come up with. My personal opinion about creating a video series myself, and I would create an entire video series, a training series, because I just think a video series is a lot more valuable than 1 or 2 videos or an ebook or a Kindle book or an audio and a video. I think I like putting together 2 hours or more of content, and at 5 to 10 minutes of video, you're talking about 20 or more videos. So 20 videos is pretty substantial for a product, and maybe it's way overkill. Maybe the gurus will say I'm wrong. Maybe they'll tell you that you can get away with making a 15-minute video and make $100,000 this year. Listen to what they have to say if you want. That's just not my style. I'm going to be honest with you and say if you create a really valuable product and you create a lot of good content, you won't have a problem selling it. You may not become a millionaire. You may not even sell $100,000 worth, but it will be valuable. And if it's good content on a good subject, you will be able to sell it. 2 hours of content, again, is my goal. Could be more. I don't know that I would put 4 hours of content in something unless it was 4 hours of just jammed packed content. What I tend to find is that a lot of content has a lot of fluff in it. People use, really fluffy words and beat around the bush and don't get to the point. And sometimes I do that when I go back through and listen to my audios and look at my videos and see that I've got, where I'm just kind of going on and on and on. I end up editing a lot of that out so that I can get more specific to the point. Now, you don't want it to be Joe Friday's commercial where it's just the facts and it's just bulleted, because people want a story. People want things tied together. But again, on the flip side, you don't want it to be just droning on and on and on with no particular point. So once you have your content kind of scoped out in your audios, I would go back through and listen to your audios or have them transcribed, whatever's easier for you. If you can listen and type up notes and or do transcriptions yourself, you can do that. I like to send them out and have them transcribed so that I have the text that I can listen to the audio and I can look at the text. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the best parts of that text as you're going through it and keep summarizing each point to be able to make bullets to put on a PowerPoint slide. Now, you can outsource this as well. You can send the transcriptions and the audios and find somebody on Fiverr or on Odesk or Freelancer or one of those sites. And you can certainly find somebody that can listen to your audio and look at your transcriptions and create an outline for you. Maybe even the person that did your transcriptions can create an outline at the same time that they're creating the transcriptions. But the real point is to get you a solid set of bullet points to go with your video training series. As a rule of thumb, every slide is about 1 to 3 minutes worth of talking. You don't want your slides loaded up with a lot of text, and you don't want to be reading word for word from each one of the slides. You want your slides to just have the highlights of what it is you're going to cover and not necessarily going, word for word, letter for letter. There is some value in doing that, but it's a lot more difficult to do. So the bullets are just fine. Just get the highlights out there and go through just a bulleted outline. Once you have a bulleted outline to work from, then we go back and using Camtasia, create a video slide presentation. So you take your slide presentation from PowerPoint, you fire up Camtasia, you tell it to do a capture of the PowerPoint slides and your audio using your microphone and your PowerPoint slide presentation. Go through your content again, following your slides, using your slides as your notes for going through your content again. And what I would do is either, whichever one you're more comfortable with, either go through your content and every 5 to 10 minutes, whenever you find a stopping point, go ahead and stop Camtasia, save that file, and then start a new one and go for another 5 or 10 minutes. Or if you're like me, you get on a roll and you don't really want to stop. Just as you're going through it, every 5 to 10 minutes, keep in mind that you need to find a good stopping point that you can then cut later to make the individual videos. So every 5 to 10 minutes, when you think you're coming to a stopping point where you have a specific end to, one piece of teaching, pause for a couple seconds and give yourself a place to cut. And then you can come back and cut those videos out. So about every 5 to 10 minutes, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be accurate. It's going to be really hard to be regimented and say every 5 minutes I'm stopping, because you may be stopping right in the middle of a paragraph, maybe stopping right in the middle of a really good thought, and you want to continue that. You want to get that out. I'm really big on free flowing and making sure that you're getting the content out there. I think the content is more important than just about anything. And I don't care if it goes a little bit too long or if it's a little bit too short or if I said it, the wrong way or with slang or it's really put your heart into putting the content out there and making the content really, really valuable. And that'll come through. Your customer will feel that, will see that in your products, and they'll appreciate you just pouring out everything that you've got on that particular subject. Once you're done with your videos, go through and cut them up into, 5 to 10 minute videos if you didn't already save them individually. And then take those videos and have them transcribed. Take the transcriptions and put them all in one book and then go through and edit that book, or you can outsource and have somebody edit it for you and create an ebook. And, earlier when you created those 6 to 8 talking points, 6 to 8 highlighted points, those are probably your chapters. So go back through and try to organize that content into those chapters. And then as you're reading through that content, as you come to some big points, some highlighted points, use those as your subchapters and create your ebook so that it follows along with your audios and your videos, but it doesn't have to be word for word, because when you're doing an audio recording, you're going to say things one way, and when you're reading them, you're going to want them to come across a different way. So, change the tonality a little bit, change the references a little bit, change the way you said it a little bit to make it more readable and more enjoyable for the reader. But then take that. Now, from my experience, 1 minute of audio or video is equal to roughly 1 page of content. So if you go for 2 hours, that's going to be 120 minutes, and that's going to be about 120 pages. Now, when you're done editing everything, you may not end up having 120 minutes. You may have a little bit less than that, or you may have a little bit more if you went long. And then the same thing with your book. Your book might actually be 90 pages. It might be 125 pages. I don't think it really matters. Right around 100 pages is good for a good size ebook, and 2 hours is good for a good size video series, especially if they're broken down into, 5 to 10 minute little micro videos that can be easily consumed by the customer. And then you're going to save the audios. From each one of the videos, we're going to save the audios in the individual small segments, not one big long audio, but just like the videos, we're going to have the individual segments. What I would then do is I would take and put that on a membership website. So I would get a domain name from Namecheap. I would host it at powweb.com. I would have a WordPress website. I would use OptimizePress as my plugin. I would use Wishlist Member for my membership site plugin, and I would offer this product as a membership site. And I've done this exact same thing several times. So this is my formula for being able to put together a product. Now, I would decide how I want to make my overall offer and how I want to set up my sales funnel. One thing that's been popular in the past is, you offer the ebook, and then you offer the videos as an upsell and the audios as a downsell. You can certainly do that, and that still works, and you might try that. But you can also offer, part of the course as the initial sale, and then offer the additional parts of the course as upsell. So half of the course you would deliver immediately, and the other half of the course you would deliver if they bought the upsell, or maybe you deliver it, but you deliver it over time, and the upsell is that they get everything all at once. There's a lot of different ways you can spin that. As you build multiple products and have multiple membership sites, you could actually use one of your older membership sites and your older content as an upsell to your new product. So you could offer your new product, your new video training series, and then you can offer your old video training series as an upsell or a bonus to that. And then speaking of bonuses, it's always good to have a couple bonuses. You can get those from people who want to partner with you. A lot of times people will offer you bonuses to include with your product, but you can also create bonuses. A bonus can be having a webinar only for your members, having an additional product that you create and offer in addition to what you have today, offering them resell rights to your product, offering one-on-one coaching or training sessions or group coaching sessions. And there's a lot of different things that you can do to bundle this product together. But if you build the videos with the audios and the ebook, you now have a product. You now have an asset that you can not only sell today, but then you can repurpose it. You can use it as a bonus when you sell an affiliate product. So somebody comes out with a really great product and you want everybody to buy it from your affiliate link. You can offer your product as a bonus if they buy it from your affiliate link. Hey, buy this guy's $27 product and I'll give you my $97 product for free as a bonus, for buying this $27 product. And that's a very valuable and very enticing proposition if you can prove that your product is really worth the $97 to get somebody to spend a lower amount to get something more valuable. Oftentimes, I know people have bought products just to get the bonuses. They weren't really that interested in the front end product, but they really wanted those bonuses. So they ended up, buying the product because they wanted all of those bonuses. So building a video product and offering it on a membership site gives you an asset that you can use again and again, and you can offer again and again. You can go through your strategies of, do I want to offer it now and leave it out there? I don't like leaving my products out there for sale for very long. Honestly, I like putting my product out there, go through the cycle. Usually most of your sales come in within the first couple weeks after you've launched the product. And then after about a month, I take the product off the market completely. Yes, I might lose a few sales here and there, but for the most part, most of those sales are gone. Unless you're an evergreen product that people just keep buying and buying because it's something that gets reused and it's something that stays current. But if you're building an educational training product, it's going to probably get old and stale very quickly. So I put my stuff out there. I leave it out there for a very short period of time. Then I pull it off the market. And then the people who have it, I continue to try to add value just to them. I focus on taking care of just them. Create more videos, create more audios, offer them free webinars because I want them to be happy customers because I want to sell them something again, right? I want to sell another product. I'll start creating a new product, the next thing. And when I'm done creating that thing, I obviously want my current customers to buy that product. So I want them to be happy customers. And it's easier to do that than it is to keep focusing on trying to push that sale to the market and try to get more and more people to sign up. For me, my products have sold very quickly in a short period of time. And then over the next, I've left products out there for over a year. And, I get one sell a month, and it's usually somebody who wants the sun, moon, and stars and is not very happy and, whatever. So I would rather just sell it for a few weeks, sell it for a month, take it off the market and go work on my next thing and then launch my next thing. And then maybe I use my product as an upsell or a bonus to my next product, but I don't leave my stuff out there for very long. Maybe I'll change that perspective. But for now, that's the way I would build a video product. That's the way I'd take it to market. And that's the way I'd sell it.
If you have a question for Anthony, then head over to www.anthonyflatt.com and leave him a voicemail message for a chance to have your question featured on the show. Thanks for listening to the Business at the Speed of Sell podcast at www.businessatthespeedofsell.com.